calling all Swifties. Coming in 2024, you can travel with your fellow Swifties around the globe on our tour to London, Paris, Dublin, and of course, our Taylor Swift-inspired cruise. Dance parties, contests, all kinds of fun. Today, we're going to be talking all about it. Check it out. Welcome to Tuesday Travel Chat. I'm your host, Julia from Go Travel, and also from Go Travel today, we have Mr. Bob Cook in the house. We have Kathy Panter, who is your travel specialist for these particular trips, these Taylor Swift-inspired trips. And our special guest today is Courtney Gibson from Petite Fete, who is putting on all of these amazing trips and these parties around the world. So, Courtney, talk to us. Who is Petite Fete? What do you guys do? And why do we need to get on this trip?
Yeah, absolutely. So I founded Petite Fete about 3 years ago now, actually. And it is a pop culture obsessed dance party company, an events company. I personally am super obsessed with pop culture and always have found that there's like a need for that. And nothing is more fun than meeting up with a group of people that maybe you don't know, but that you have a shared fandom with, and that is what our Taylor Swift parties bring. So I am so thrilled that we are going to be bringing our Taygates, which are Taygates were our pre-parties for the Era Tour. We are going to bring those abroad to some select Taylor Swift dates, and we are going to jump on the cruise and have an amazing experience for all the Swifties to get together, meet each other, and just have an amazing time.
Amazing. I can't wait to go. I'm thrilled. I want to go to one of these parties. If you can't envision that, we brought a little video to just give you a little bit of a taste, and then we're going to get into some of the details. So check it out. Wow.
Great video. And I can't wait to talk about the trips you have planned.
Yes, I know.
And just a little sneak peek of all the fun that everyone's going to have, right?
Everyone is going to have. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about this global tour. Let's give you a little bit of a quick overview of it. Courtney, lead the way.
Yes. So first we have Paris, May 8th through the 14th. London, June 20th through the 26th, and Dublin, June 26th through July 2nd. And all of these, London, Paris, and Dublin, are during her Eras Tour dates there in each city.
So let's talk about that piece of it. These are the trips that are built around each of the tour dates. Maybe you can give a little bit of advice on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know personally, I went to Paris to see Harry Styles as a child of divorce that I am. So we had, you don't just go to Paris for the day and see the concert and leave. You want to experience it. You want to see the culture, and Paris is always a good idea. Absolutely. So, you want to have some time. So these trips we specifically built around the dates with varying levels of excursions and things to do during. And then we'll also have, some fun little group get-togethers before the tour and everything like that. However, you'll need to get your own tickets to the tour. I wish that I was a miracle worker in that way, but I'm not. But these are really great, and they're really fun to meet other Swifties, either going to the concert or just meet Swifties and meet some friends as a traveler.
Absolutely. And you'll see that the design of the trips are they're not just your own standard cookie cutter trips. They're designed with the Swiftie in mind. And I think you're going to see that in these trips.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, before we talk about Europe,
Yeah.
let's definitely talk about the cruise, the Taygate event party cruise, August 15th through the 19th, 2024. Great gift for holidays, birthdays, whatever event you can think of, we can make a gift of it. August 15th through the 19th, 2024, a 4-night Caribbean cruise departing Miami aboard Royal Caribbean's Independence of the Seas. Let's take a look at the itinerary for this one.
Yeah.
Leave Miami on Thursday. It is a Thursday through Sunday cruise, which is nice.
Yeah, fabulous.
It doesn't tear up 2 weeks on you. Depart Miami. You're a day at sea. You're at their private destination, Labadee in Haiti, which has so many fantastic things to do on that.
Yes.
And then another day at sea, followed by Miami. Now, what's important about this is we will have time for 2 special Taygate events exclusively for you guys, not for anybody else, but just for you. This is not open to anyone else on the ship. It's also not open to anyone who does not book with Go Travel. I'm going to get that in here now, and I'm going to repeat it because you got to book with Go Travel in order to get the benefit.
And it is the most fantastic ship. It is gorgeous. So many amenities. I know Bob can talk about it. But we're going to have a great time. And something really special is we're going to have a dance party in Studio B. And we are going to have the best time. So we're bringing all the highlights of a Petite Fete party on a cruise ship at sea.
All right. This is Labadee. Labadee has some beautiful features. They have a zip line, which you can see here. You don't have to go in on a little boat to the port. You dock at a pier. You're right there. You walk over to the beach. This is for the exclusive use of Royal Caribbean passengers only. One thing that's really fun on Labadee is the Dragon's Tail coaster. It's only for passengers who are on Royal Caribbean or Celebrity using the port of call. It's 30 miles an hour. It's a wooden roller coaster, which is interesting. And it can get up. It goes almost half a mile on a wonderful track with 360 degrees loops, but it's fun. So
yes, remember Dragon's Tail coaster?
Dragon's Tail, yes. There's also the Dragon's Breath zip line.
I think that's the most famous.
That's the most famous.
Yeah.
That one, you're sitting on the beach and someone is screaming across from you, and if they're wearing sandals, you'll usually find one floating in the ocean. Take your shoes off, put them in your belt. The other option there is the private Cove Escape, Paradise Cove Escape, with the Haitian village experience. You'll see actually how people in Haiti do live. Or you could do a luxury sailing yacht experience, which is about 3 or 4 hours, and it goes around the beautiful coastline of Haiti. Haiti's a very mountainous island, so you see these little beaches and little things. It's beautiful when you're looking at it from the sea.
And don't forget all the shopping there at the port.
Yes.
And just great photo moments.
And because this is their private destination, they do and serve a wonderful buffet lunch on the beach. If you buy a drink package, your drink package follows you to the beach in Labadee.
Now let's talk about the ship, Bob.
Oh, good. Let's talk about the ship.
Independence of the Seas. What should we expect on board?
Well, some of the highlights are the Perfect Storm, which is 2 racer slides, the Typhoon and the Cyclone. They drop 3 stories. You turn, twist. I swear sometimes you go upside down. It's quite a lot of fun. There's also the Flow Rider, a surf simulator. Make sure your bathing suit is tight, because if you fall down, I have seen a bathing suit shoot off from the water pressure.
Yes, for the ladies, bring your one piece for this.
Definitely. But it's funny. They have instructors there. They will get you up on the board, on a little boogie board. It's fun. It's fun to do. You'll see everyone trying it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun. They also have a place for the audience to watch, so you can catch the action at the time. For those of you who are bringing children with you, Splashaway Bay. It's a large pool area for kids. I've seen adults in it where the buckets fill with water and then pour over you like 10 gallons of water. Kids just love it. Adults love it. Now, let's talk about a little more adult activities.
Yes.
For those of you who are into sports, the Playmaker Sports Bar and Arcade is available to you. There's 50 screens of sports that are playing. There is drinks galore with little noshes and hors d'oeuvre things. Signature player burger. I know I love the buffalo wings.
I mean, if you're a group of girls and you're dragging a husband along or something like that, at least they have a place to go to catch their games. They have no objections.
Park them there.
Yeah.
You park them. Sugar Beach. Now, everyone has a sweet tooth. everybody. And Sugar Beach has every type of candy under the sun. You can buy a few pieces, you can buy a few pounds. It's all available to you, and it's really spectacular.
Instagram moments in there.
Instagram moment. The colors are wild. Those of you who want a little more adventure, laser tag, that's free. You can play a game of laser tag in Studio B. Studio B is also where they do ice skating.
Ooh.
And not only do they have an ice skating show, you can ice skate. And
Well,
they provide the skates.
And don't skip over that, Bob. It is an ice skating show at sea.
It is a show. It's an ice skating show at sea. Full, probably
Former
12,
Olympians.
Former Olympians, about 12 or 14 people performing a whole show, a whole routine on a ship, on ice, moving.
Yes.
So it's it's a fun thing to watch, especially if the ship's moving a little bit too. Other entertainment Broadway shows, but it's a full Broadway production of the show. Full Broadway shows are shown in the theater. And if you want dining, there's a lot of alternative dining. You can do the buffet. If you don't want to go to the formal dining room, there's a formal dining room. If you have some special occasions, there's the Chops, which is a steak grill, or an Asian fusion restaurant called Izumi. So there's a lot to, and this is just, I'm touching just the surface.
A few highlights, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So from there, this is the biggie, pricing. Okay.
How much? What do we do? What's the price?
Excellent. Well, we have some excellent pricing through our group special pricing program. Well, I'm going to preface it. Remember, these are all refundable fares, and I will describe what those are at the end, but let's talk about pricing. If you want to go to an inside stateroom, no, our pricing is all based on 2 people in a room.
And these are our group space.
These are our group space cabins. $404 a person, to which we have added the port fees, the prepaid gratuities, and the Taygate event. So your total is $679 a person for a 4-night cruise with all your meals and the entertainment from Taygate. And that's really going to be spectacular.
Which is nice. There's no more hidden attachments at the end. This is your price.
Yes. Ocean View stateroom is $485 a person plus $275, so $760 a person based on double occupancy. You want to splurge and do a balcony? Well, this is the time to do it. A balcony is $692 a person.
And it's an ocean view.
Ocean view balcony, definitely ocean view balcony. And $275 again for the taxes, the events, and the gratuities. So for a total of $967 a person. So this is all a refundable deposit. Now, let me tell you, you may see pricing on Royal Caribbean that's a little lower for the lead-in price on RoyalCaribbean.com. Those are always non-refundable fares. So you have to be very careful because those, if you put your deposit down, it's gone. It's a $100 fee.
Yes. There's a big distinction there.
Big distinction. And if you do see something lower, contact us. We will be glad to investigate and tell you why. Now, what we have been seeing recently is our prices for Ocean View and our prices for the Ocean View balcony are lower than the non-refundable fares.
Which is really cool.
Yeah. Now, what they will do sometimes on the inside cabin is occasionally throw out a special just to lure you in. If you want to do something like that, and if you think it's a significant enough savings to risk your $100 per person deposit, we can book it for you. But always contact us and let us know. We can see the same fares, but we want to make sure you're protected and that you understand exactly what you're going to be buying.
And that you're getting the best conditions for you.
Yes.
But we can book those for you.
Right. And remember, you must book with our team in order to get access to the exclusive Facebook group, as well as attendance at all of the Taygate events on board the ship.
Right, because those will be
exclusive limited access. If you happen to be on the ship and you didn't book with our team, with Go Travel and La Petite Fete, then you cannot access the events on board. We will not let you into the parties.
Yes.
I'm the guard. I know I'm going to be there. You can't do it. And just to reiterate, your package includes the cruise fare, the port taxes, the prepaid gratuities, a Le Petite Fete exclusive gift, exclusive access to Le Petite Fete onboard parties, all Le Petite Fete onboard challenges and activities.
And the Facebook group
and the Facebook group. $100 per person deposit, again, refundable up until 90 days prior to departure. After that, the penalties come in from the cruise line, not from us, but from the cruise line. You had to book through Go Travel and Le Petite Fete to access all of the onboard events. Courtney, how are you handling singles? Are you going to try to maybe put some people
Yeah,
together?
absolutely. If you're a single traveler, we have options for you. So you can either be put together and you would get people's
Mhm.
travel information early so you guys can make friends. And so that's the way we're going to handle it. We're all about, making these connections with people who have the same invisible string,
Yeah.
of being a fan of Taylor.
Yeah.
And
I'm
again,
sorry.
that's all in the form. When
Yeah.
you click in the link
Mhm.
to fill out, there's a spot there where you can let us know, hey, I'm looking for a roommate,
Mhm.
or I already have a roommate. We're using different credit cards. We're using the same credit card. All that's built for
Into
that.
the form. Yeah.
Now, I've told you about the ship, but I can't tell you about what Courtney and her group, La Petite Fete, have
Yeah.
put together. So tell us what you're planning for the ship.
So when you book the cruise, you're going to be invited into an exclusive Facebook group so that you can meet the other Swifties going on the cruise with us. We are going to have some loose meetups throughout the ship. And then we're also going to obviously have our dance party with our
Mhm.
DJs and some special performances and some special surprises. So it won't be your average dance party. We'll still bring all our games and all our fun stuff, but we're also going to do a couple more surprises. Then we're also going to have exclusive merchandise and things that you can pre-purchase so that you can have a great time on the ship and everyone will know that we're all together.
Awesome.
One of the things that I love is that this is what Courtney does. She plans parties.
Yes.
And so to be able to take it on the ship, on a beautiful ship, there's rock climbing, there's there's surfing, there's everything. And to be able to hang out with friends that
Yeah.
just love the same things you
Mhm.
do, it's a lot of fun.
And making new friends, don't forget about that. So, and then
Yes.
if you have little Swifties or teenage Swifties, there's the kids club and also the teen club. So that's also really there for them as well.
Fantastic. And
Yes.
I mean, I know if you meet somebody on the cruise, maybe you'll see them in Paris. Maybe you'll see them on one of the
Yeah.
trips.
Oh my gosh.
Or one of your beautiful Le Petite Fete parties just
Yeah.
around the US.
Around the country.
Yeah, around the country. Absolutely. So, and this is open to anybody to come and, like I said, make new friends or keep the old. But we're going to have a great time. And like I said, we'll have some loose things that we can do all together so that you're with your friends and making new friends.
And you made a great point. This would be something that if there's a mother-daughter group, this would be a lot of fun to do. And they
Christmas
can
is
personalize it.
coming up.
Yes, it is.
It is coming up. It would be a great thing to plan.
Great gift.
Yeah.
Great gift.
So if you loved everything we talked about this cruise, because it's going to be amazing, I can promise you that, you can book now and time is running out. So you guys need to book with $100 deposit. So you just put $100 down and then Go Travel is kind enough to work with a payment plan for you so that you can be with your Swiftie friends cruising. So, and don't forget, you have to book through us to get
Right.
access to the Facebook group, all the fun stuff we're going to do together, and the dance party in Studio B.
Those
So,
onboard exclusive
yes.
events.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. We've talked about the cruise.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's jump over to, I don't know, Paris? Shall we? Let's go. Okay. Let's talk about Paris.
All right, y'all. I am so excited about Paris. It's one of my favorite places on earth. And so I am thrilled to share this with my Swiftie friends. So, May 8th through 14th, 2024, we are going to be spending 6 nights in Paris. And during that is obviously her Eras tourist stops. But before that, we have a ton of amazing fun excursions. So your stay includes a stay at a 4-star hotel for 6 nights, and I'll say I've already looked, and the prices are amazing. Our prices you can't beat them. The prices in Paris that weekend are really high, astronomical, and in London and Dublin, the hotels are already sold out. So if you're planning on going to this is an amazing way to get all of your stuff taken care of. So 6 nights at a 4-star hotel. Transfers are included and breakfast every morning, which I know is very important. We are also going to have the first night, we're going to have a group dinner on the Seine, which is where I actually spent my 21st birthday. I was on the Seine riverboat cruise. It's amazing. It's so much fun. And so we're going to do that as a group. And then we are also going to go to Versailles, Giverney, to Monet's house. I didn't really spend a lot of time on Versailles, but we're going to spend the entire day at Versailles, which is amazing. We're going to go on the Begin Again music video tour. Taylor shot her Begin Again music video in Paris, and we're going to go to all the spots. We're going to go to Saint-Germain and do a little treat tour. So we can have a little food tour of Saint Germain, which I'm sure we can all agree is a fantastic too. We're going to do an Emily in Paris tour, so we can see all the
love
parts of
this.
Emily in Paris. We also could arrange, if we have a small group of people who want to go to see Disneyland Paris, we have that availability through Go Travel. They can help us organize all of that. And then also there is a chateau near the stadium that is we're working with to offer a brunch on one of the days of the Eras tour. So we have a ton of really fun stuff going on for Paris, and it is an amazing trip, and it would be a once in a lifetime experience, because nothing could be better than experiencing Paris with Taylor at the concert and also with your fellow Swifties.
And the one thing I want to say about that, during the days there's a concert, you may get, there's 3 nights in Paris, I believe.
Yep.
There's 3 nights for the concert. We are in Paris for all 3 nights.
Yep.
So one of you may go one night,
Yeah.
the second night or the third night. When we know what your tickets are, when your tickets are for the performance, we're going to sort of plan some spontaneous events for those nights. But we didn't want to plan anything not knowing if you're going to be able to participate. So we're going to make sure you're covered for those nights too.
Yeah. So like Bob said, we're going to have some fun happy hours in the hotel. So everyone can kind of get together if they're going that night to the tour and travel together. But also if you're not going to the tour, like I know I'm not, we can just have a good time and get together and go to dinner together or experience part of Paris together. So there is no reason to not go just because you don't have tickets.
And it's really an exciting time to be in Paris with the Olympics in July. So the city will be on fire with not just the Taylor concert and tour, but also all that's going to happen around the Olympics. And it's just a really exciting time.
Paris is undergoing a major change because of the Olympics.
Yes.
And to get the prices that we have, which we never discussed.
I know, we didn't.
Let's talk about what the price is for the all-included. For 6 nights at a 4-star hotel in Paris with all the tours that Courtney was describing, we are looking at, per person based on double occupancy, $4,559. That is amazing for all the inclusions. Because you were telling me, Courtney, you went to see Harry Styles in Paris. Now, what did you pay for a hotel room?
I believe it was still on the more expensive side, but it was about €300 a night. And now I looked at the same hotel for this week, and it's almost €800 a night. So it is very expensive, and all of this is included, plus your transfers to and from the airport, plus your breakfast, which is always key, and also all the tours. I mean, even to get to Versailles alone is a couple $100s. So this is all inclusive, and that's based on double occupancy. So if you're looking for a roommate, the same thing goes with the tour, with the cruise. We are happy to find you a roommate, a fellow Swiftie to room with and hang out with.
And if you don't want to room with anybody,
that's true.
They have single rooms, $7,717. That's rolls trippingly off the tongue. But if you want to occupy the room by yourself, not a problem. The one other thing that we should remind everybody, for all of these trips, your passport has to be valid for 6 months after the date of return. Now, we're not including airfare, but we are including the transfers. Again, not including the tickets for the concert, but they are available even through primary markets and through some secondary markets. So if you get your tickets, we can cover you for the entire time in Paris. Okay, the deposit is only $650 per person, and that will guarantee your space. Final payment will be due sometime in January, I believe. So give us a call. You want to act on this quickly. We want to make sure that you get the space. We don't want to have to give up any hotel space. No. Because all the hotels in Paris are sold out this week. All the quality hotels, I should say.
Yeah, I mean, this is an amazing offer considering we're talking about Olympics, Swift, everything is going on. This is going to be a very popular time in Paris, but we are holding that space for you. So get on it. It's very limited space. So jump on it while you can. And again, Kathy is here to answer all those questions. I know this is a bigger trip than just maybe a domestic party. So you're going across the world. You might have some questions. We're happy to answer it. Otherwise, if you're ready to book, you can book straight away and secure your spot, but we're happy to answer those questions.
And to your point, I think it's really important to know when you're traveling with a group, there is comfort with that. And if you're wanting to go to Europe, you really wanted to go do these things, but you don't have the people to go do that with. This is a preformed group with similar interest, and I think that that's a great opportunity for anyone.
Yeah. And it's a great trip again, mothers and daughters, because I was so surprised when you told me how many Swiftie mothers there are, as well as Swiftie teens and Swiftie young ladies. And even some young men are Swiftie fans. You've told me that you have a number of men who are fans. So
yeah, this is an amazing experience for anyone. And like I said, you don't need tickets to the shows if you just want to have an amazing 6 nights in Paris with a group of future friends, then I think that this is a great time to do that.
Great. Okay, so that's Paris. Let's move on to the next trip, which is London.
All right. So if you, like Taylor, are looking for a London boy or just want to experience London, which is an amazing town, we have 5 nights in London with us with La Petite Fete during her first stop of our Eras tour. So she's doing 2 stops at Wembley Stadium. This one's in June and the next one's in August. We are doing the June dates. We have 5 nights, again, at a 4-star hotel. It's really important that I emphasize this because there are no hotels in London left. So, and in London, it's all about where you stay. And this is going to be a really great hotel and a great experience. Again, your transfers are included. Your breakfast is included. We're going to have tickets to the hop on, hop off bus so we can see all the sites. We are going to go to a day trip to Windsor Palace and do tea. And we're just going to have an all around jolly old good time.
Bob, any highlights you want to focus on here?
Well, just the fact that, again, London is always a wonderful city to visit. They speak English there, by the way, a version of it. Anyway, it's always a great city to go. This is a good time of the year to go. You don't get into the terrible heat that you could hit in August. That's why we chose this time, because if you go in August, you could be subject to a very warm trip to London. But it's a very easy city to get around too. And I think with your group, I know you're planning to do maybe a pub crawl one night in London, and a few other little treats that are surprises.
So when we first get to the city, we're going to do an orientation, and then we're going to have a group dinner. And every night we're going to have a little group happy hour in the hotel lobby, just so that we can all meet and decide what we're going to do for the night. There's no pressure to join, but if you're on your own or you want to go to the Eras tour out to Wembley with a group, we're going to have all of that. We're also going to have tours to Camden Market, Notting Hill, so we can go see where Hugh Grant lives, Harrods, all of that. We have so much fun planned, but we also tried to make it a bit flexible because we do know that everyone's there for the reason to see Taylor. So if you want to see Taylor, you have a flexible schedule. If you don't have tickets to see Taylor and you'd like to try to get tickets to see Taylor, you have the flexible schedule. But also, if you just want to come to London with friends and experience it, we have that too. So at those happy hours and in our group chat and things like that, we'll all be able to coordinate. If you want to go to dinner, if you want to do those things, we can have that together.
Awesome. And I do want to mention, we mentioned earlier that we're not including the air on this because people are coming from everywhere. So not to worry, in the form when you fill that out, just let us know your originating city and we will send you automatically an air quote so that you can have that option if you want to tack that on. That way you don't have to do any thinking. This is all done for you. It's all packaged up and you just need to show up at that airport with your passport and your Taylor Swift t-shirt and you're ready to go.
And speaking of t-shirt, we're also going to have some exclusive merchandise available so that we can all match again or have just fun stuff. And then also it's important about the airport. You don't have to stress about getting an Uber once you get to the airport. All your transfers are included. So, you don't have to stress about taking the tube for the first time or anything like that. You have all of that taken care of by Go Travel.
I just love the idea of, London shopping, all of the, all the tours already pre-planned, but then you're going to be able to have all that fun in between.
And the Tower of London. We haven't even mentioned that. That's where the crown jewels are. Oh my goodness. That's on the tour too. I'm sorry. I love the crown jewels.
A very royal tour. So that's London. Again, all the details are listed on the webpage. You can read all about it, more detail. Okay, so for London, talk to us about the pricing, Bob.
Pricing, $41.49 a person based on double occupancy. And if you're going as a single, $66.73 per person, $66.73 for the entire room for yourself. We can accommodate that. And again, each night that there's a Taylor Swift concert, if you don't have tickets for that night, we are going to plan something additional for you. It might be a dinner somewhere. It could be something as funny as doing a cruise on the Thames at night. There's a lot to do. So
show.
we're planning that for you. Show, a
Maybe
London
show.
show. Yes,
Mhm.
exactly.
The timing is very, very soon on this one. So
Mhm.
I do want to
Yes.
mention that if you are thinking about this, get the deposit in. Rooms are sold out. We're about sold out. So if you're looking, you got to get your deposit in to hold your
Absolutely.
space.
And for the gift certificates, we can customize something that you could put in a picture frame to give to whoever you're giving the gift to as a
Yes.
surprise. We do all sorts of customization like that.
Absolutely. Now that we've talked London, Courtney, give us a little bit of a breakdown of what Dublin entails.
Yeah.
So June 26th to July 2nd, 6 nights in beautiful Dublin, Ireland. We have another jam-packed schedule of so much fun in store. When you get there, we're going to have a group dinner so we can all meet and settle in. The next day, we're going to do a tour of the city with a little whiskey tasting.
Oh,
Just a little.
At the Roe & Co. Distillery, which will be delicious. We're going to channel our inner normal people and go to Trinity College, which will be beautiful.
Amazing.
And then we have a side trip planned to Belfast. So if you don't know, Belfast is where the set of Game of Thrones is. So you can channel your inner Sansa Stark, one of Taylor's squad mates and friends. And also it is where the Titanic was built. So there's an amazing Titanic exhibition and we're going to go and do that as well. What else did I miss? Because we have so much going on.
Yeah, hop on, hop off bus is included. Dublin is not a large city. It is a very, of all the places that the Taygate is going, this is probably the most walkable city. It's absolutely beautiful. It is green. Ireland is truly green.
Yeah.
And you may see leprechauns after the Roe & Co. Distillery, but we're going to plan other things. We probably may do a Jameson tour for you or a Guinness. Everyone has to go to Guinness.
Yes, we have to
Guinness
get the perfect pint, and then we
Yes.
can also do a trip and kiss the Blarney Stone for luck. So we have tons of stuff. We just are waiting to get kind of our final numbers so we can
Yes.
see what else we can add onto this trip. And as with all the other trips, we're going to have nightly happy hours so we can meet up, determine what we're going to do for the night. Whether you're going to the Eras tour, we can have a group going together, or we can have a group going to dinner. We have all of that is going to go on and happen. And we're just going to have an amazing time in cheery Dublin.
Irish happy hours go on for 3 or 4 hours.
Irish happy hours with Irish exits. But don't Irish exit.
I have a feeling there's going to be some singing, some
Yes.
sing-alongs
Yes.
after
We
the
might
whiskey
see that.
tasting.
Mhm.
There might be some just marching down the middle of the street,
Yes.
singing Taylor Swift. I
Crossing
have a
the
feeling.
Halfpenny Bridge.
Yes, we have so many fun things in store. And not to mention, you get to be with your Swiftie community in Dublin. Like I said, whether you have tickets or just want to experience Dublin, Ireland, this is an amazing trip for you. 6 nights in a 4-star hotel. Gorgeous.
Yes. And this starts at $39.28 a person based on double occupancy. So this is very affordable. For those of you in the Central Florida area where Courtney is based, nonstop flights on Aer Lingus to Dublin. Those are not included, but you don't have to go through JFK or Atlanta. We can get you nonstop from Orlando right to Dublin and back. So you can drink until you get on the plane.
And important to say also that there's nonstop flights from Orlando to London as well. So
Yes.
It's true.
it's very easy to get to these places at an affordable rate, honestly. So, this is kind of perfect. Again, the hotels are sold out also in Dublin. So, times of the essence, we're running out of space and time. So make sure you get your room. You don't want to be stuck somewhere you don't want to be in Dublin.
Absolutely.
And, in Dublin, the hotel there, when we say that these are running out, we're not kidding you about this. And we have a very tight timeline for Dublin as well. So if you're planning it, let's do it and get that deposit in.
And Dublin is the smallest stadium that she's performing in, I think, on any of her tour.
Wow. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Absolutely.
Really
And I mean, like you say, these are walking towns. You
Yes, they
don't
are.
want to have to be outside the city, staying somewhere outside the city.
No.
You want to be in that heart of town. You want to be able to access everything. You want to be able to get to things, be able to party with everybody,
Yeah.
and be able to, you don't want to have to be relying on cars and transportation, especially when it's more crowded. You want to be able to
Definitely.
walk and be staying in
And
those
again,
convenient locations.
transfers and breakfasts are included in Dublin as well. I'm
Yep.
going to make sure we mention that because those are the little things that they matter.
Yeah. And they add
And
up as well.
They
I
add
mean,
up.
You don't know, like, you know, when you're getting your Ubers and things like that, all of that adds up at the end of the day. And all of that is taken care of for you. Your transfer to and from the airport and your transfers all around.
And all of the tours have a guide.
Yes.
So you're not just being dropped off in Versailles, for example, and say, okay, there's the palace, go walk through, look at the Hall of Mirrors, look where Marie Antoinette's bed is. You're being told where, what, why, and how.
And another fun aspect is you will always be with 2 staff members of the La Petite Fete team. So
Yes.
we are going to have the best time. It will either be me or 2 of the other girls that you see all the time at the parties, and you know how much fun they are. And so this is a perfect experience to get to be with your favorite DJ or hang out with new friends and new people. It's just once in a lifetime, and I can't recommend you guys choosing to do this with us enough.
Well, fantastic, guys. This has been so much fun, so inspiring. I'm ready to jump on a plane right now. I want to get to these trips. But more importantly, if you would like to join these trips, jump online. The links are all listed below for each of these trips. We have the cruise, we have Paris, we have London, and we have Dublin. Hey, do them all. Join the whole crew. Do the whole tour. But or pick your favorite one. This is great again for moms, for girls groups, guys groups. I mean, hey, we've got girls and guys that are loving the like Taylor Swift, right? It's going to be with your whole community of those fans, of those Swifties. This is awesome. Check the website below. Again, very limited space. You got to get on this. Book it right away. Before we exit today, Courtney, any final words?
No, I just want you guys to know that we have been working so hard on this, curating this especially for the Swifties to make sure that everyone is going to have the best time. I know that we've all put our hearts into it, and we're so excited. So we can't wait to see you, you know, on all of our amazing trips. We're excited to take the next step out into the world with you guys.
Amazing. Jump on it. Get on this global tour.
This week. Do it this week. Don't delay. Book today.
Oh, that rhymed, Bob.
Of course,
maybe.
I'm a poet.
Are you going to start writing for Taylor Swift?
I'm going to be just like Hat in the Hat.
Start getting with the lyrics. Thank you guys so much for joining us today, and we can't wait to see you on the tour. Bye.
Bye.